Is you ready? Let's get into it. So first and foremost, you already know if you're on my YouTube. Link down below if you're looking for a personal reading. If you're on my TikTok, then it's up above. Let's talk. And to be honest, you already know how we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little bit of downloading messages. Then we're gonna get into the amethyst ball, okay? Now I'm gonna start off real quick, y'all. I don't know what's up within like the weather and shit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because it's Venus retrograde. I don't know. But people have been in and out. The significance of people coming in and out is immaculate. I also just got a notification, so some of you guys might be having like a text message coming through that y'all have been waiting for. Also, I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all real quick. Let me tell you something. I woke up today with 4 missed calls, so that could be significant. Also, last night I realized that I was blocked by 2 people, so that could be fucking significant. How you doing, Jen? How you doing, Melanin? I've been live actually, Jen. I've been live for like the past 3 days, but honestly, before that, I had to sit over here and take some time off because I was dealing with family stuff, but now I'm back and I'm better and I'm beautiful. Okay, but anyway, so let's get into the messages. I had got blocked. I woke up, or I had texted somebody last night and I realized that I was blocked, but I didn't realize that I was blocked. I didn't realize I was blocked until later, so that could be significant. And then somebody texted me yesterday and they were like blocked because I didn't answer their FaceTime call. So somebody, either y'all could be blocking somebody or they is blocking your ass. And then in my downloaded messages, I got go backwards and go backwards in order to go forward. So let's get into the messages, y'all, because y'all already know. And in front of me, for some reason, I felt called to like pull cards. Because y'all, I don't ever be pulling cards on my channel ever. But when I pulled the cards, I have the High Priestess in front of me, Judgment, the Empress, and the Star. So those could be significant. Also, okay, so June 24th could be significant. Some of you guys could be, what is that? Is that Gemini or is that, that's Cancer season. So something could have happened in Cancer season. Casinos can be significant. Also, I wrote down congrats, big boom, I'm home and it's over. So some of you guys have like some shit where it's like it's over now type shit. And the funny part is that for the past few days, I've been hearing the song like Look at Me Now by Chris Brown, and it's with Busta Rhymes. So what year did that come out? I forget what year it came out. I'll look it up later. But that year could be significant, so look that up. But go listen to that song, specifically Busta Rhymes part, because when I came into the house, whatchamacallit, Rio 2 was on my shit. So Rio could be important or some shit like that. Maybe you guys had just watched Rio, but the Look at Me Now part where the fucking Sloan was over here rapping that part, and it was funny because the day before I was just listening to that song. So yeah, something within it. I also wrote down release now. So some of you guys are going through your big releases. I know we just had this big manifestation, but I feel like because some of you guys have yet to release a whole bunch of stuff, that's why your manifestations have yet to come through. I also wrote down, I'd rather you be nice than a dickhead. So some of you guys is like really entering into your soft era. And I feel like because you entering into your soft era, like I feel like you are not attracted to what you used to be attracted to. I feel like a lot of y'all like people to be nice. It's like, I'm getting the energy like, yeah, you could be nice, or you could be nice to me, but you could be a dickhead to everybody else type energy. I also wrote down, treat me like you honor me. So some of you guys is really like learning your worth and stuff like that. And I really love that for you. How you doing, E-Love? And so I feel like, but in order for you to sit over here and actually walk within this energy of like figuring out, like you have to figure out what it is that you want, and you also have to honor yourself. I also wrote down, you're only as old as you feel. So some of you guys is sitting over here really like, as we get older, like you really are starting to pay more attention to your age. But I feel the like significance to say like you can age backwards, but the point of the matter is that you guys have to stop adding time onto yourself, which means, and the significance of that is whatever is stressing you the fuck out is adding age onto you. Whatever is sitting over here, like whatever doesn't serve you is adding age onto you. And maybe the blockage, maybe you need to block people out of your life that brings you stress. So there goes that block energy again. Yeah, I also wrote down chill is, and then I put in quotations, hard work plus play. I feel like you guys have really been sitting over here working hard, but you have not been sitting over here having time to actually go out and experience life. And I feel like it's time for you guys to just like chill today. And today is Sunday, and today is usually my rest day, but I'm working on my rest day. So this could be for both of us, to be honest. Some of you guys could have a pet turtle. I also wrote down, I'm sick of all of these missed opportunities. So some of you guys are feeling like you are like missing opportunities. Maybe you had the opportunity to go out last night and your friends had the time of their fucking life, and you like, bitch, you had in a section, you over here, and you like, what? Like, I feel like some of you guys are like, and this could be in a career sense too, because now I'm getting that energy as well. Some of you guys feel like you're missing out on things when in reality you're not. Some of you guys have been in hermit mode for a minute. If you have been in hermit mode for a minute, I'm hearing that God is like, I need you to go outside really quickly before the summer is over, because I need you to meet somebody, or I need you to go converse with somebody. It's dealing with the conversation. Also, I need to, it's funny, somebody's trying to block my throat chakra, so maybe that can be significant. But I feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys that, oh, that's significant too, because I feel the need to tell y'all, like, listen, it doesn't matter if people are trying to block y'all, especially if you're in the spiritual world. It's like whatever needs to be relayed will always be relayed to you. So it's like if you feel like you missed an opportunity, that opportunity wasn't for you. So it's like continue to move forward, and another opportunity will present itself, something that's better, something that's going to bring in more money, something that's sitting over here that's like another person. It's like, if you, okay, so let's go back to this block situation. This guy, I actually like, I kind of like the guy type shit, but it's like, but he was blocked for a reason. And then I got the prayer, like I told God, remove all the people out of my life that have manipulated me, or that don't have like good intent on my life, or that, you know, that's using me and so forth. Y'all know that good old prayer. How you doing, Fruity? And it wasn't until I had a conversation with my best friend this morning where I was just like, girl, I said that prayer and now my stink got removed. So that could be significant. Like some of you guys just said a prayer like to remove people out of your life, and it's 10:01 as I'm saying that, so that could be significant. I feel the need to tell y'all, set a timer for fucking like 10:01 p.m. and see what has happened. And it's like, I feel like you need to reflect on the day, on today specifically. And for my YouTubers that's watching this at a later date, I say do it in 3 days. Also, going back to the missed opportunities, some of you guys are allowing people to walk out of your life, or you need to allow them to walk out of your life. If they blocking your ass, don't try to go back and hit them up, because there's a reason why. And then it's funny because when I came back in, I seen like manipulation, so I feel like it's a manipulation tactic. I also wrote down, maybe I didn't miss anything. Am I right on time? And really, I wrote down, am I right on track? So some of you guys could have ran track in high school or in college, or maybe you just run track on period. And now I'm thinking of my cousin. She's starting CrossFit, and she's been doing it for like a month or two. So some of that, I'm hearing Orange Theory. Some of you guys could be thinking about getting back into the gym, heavy on gym energy, because right underneath it I wrote flexibility. So in flexibility, I feel like it's versatile. I feel like within flexibility, it's more so like you could either be like doing yoga and you could sit over here and be working on your flexibility, or it's time for you to be flexible in order for you to gain more opportunities. Some of the opportunities that you missed is because you were not open to shit. And I feel like you guys have to sit over here. It's not about what you did in your past, it's about what you're doing now. And it's like the more open that you are, the more shit is going to come to you. I also wrote down, connections will reappear. Your person is your person. So you know how we sit over here and we started with, listen, people are getting blocked right now. Either you are blocking people or people are blocking your ass. Connections will reappear. At some point, we are in Venus retrograde. Shit is appearing, shit is disappearing, shit is coming back. People don't know how to feel. So if a connection has disappeared, just let that shit go. And if it comes back, then you know, type shit. But your person is your person. So no matter what people try to project onto y'all or on y'all shit, like, it can't be taken away from you. I also wrote down, release toxic energy. I also wrote down, trust your energy in your path. That's especially to my spiritual baddies out here. Like, it's really time for you to like buckle in, because I also wrote down like, it's time for you guys to get your priorities straight. Some of you guys are focusing more so on love, and I feel like within this Venus retrograde, it's really causing you to focus only on yourself. It's like every time you sit over here and you try to focus on somebody else, it's like, nah, bring your ass right back here. Priorities type shit. Okay. Another thing, go with what's right for you. A lot of you guys are looking at other people or other situations and comparing other people's situations to what you got going on, and you can't do that. You need to sit over here and start actually like looking in and zoning in on what it is that you want to do. Okay. I also wrote down adventure and balance will heal. So I feel like within the adventure, I felt called to sit over here and say, maybe some of you guys like to go hiking. Some of you guys need to sit over here and now I'm getting like river rafting. Some of you guys need to sit over here and go get in water. I feel like some of you guys is really imbalanced. I don't feel like that's a collective message. I think that that's only for a selective few, but I feel like because you are imbalanced, it's time for you guys to actually get your ass out there and actually go ground self, and also go figure out what parts of you are imbalanced. And last night, because it's so weird, I was actually having this conversation with one of my friends, and it was the what are we kind of conversation, and I hate having that conversation. So some of you guys could be like not really into being vulnerable about your feelings and shit like that, but within that conversation I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that, you know, I had got triggered last night, but God is like, be careful about what you say. So some of you guys feel like you have to filter what you say, but I don't feel like I have to filter, because I don't feel like that conversation is of significance. Maybe some of you guys need to sit over here. Okay, so going back to block energy, maybe somebody blocked you because you didn't listen to what the fuck they said. They don't feel heard by you. I also feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all to be more reserved about what it is that you're like, what you say and what you put out, what you tell your friends. It's like play the devil. Not to sit over here and say your friends is the devil, but also I feel like maybe some of your friends has monitoring spirits attached to them. So every time you tell something to your friend, something goes fucking like wrong type shit. I guess yesterday wasn't significant, so let's keep going. If it pops back up, it will. I wrote down daddy issues need to heal. Some of you guys have daddy issues, and now I feel the need to say grandma issues. So maybe your daddy issues, or your dad had issues and wasn't there because his mom wasn't there type shit, or his dad wasn't there. Their parents could have died at an early age, because now I'm thinking of my actual grandparents. And my grandfather passed away when my dad was young as fuck. I think he was in middle school or high school or something like that. But it alters the path of a person. But it's like, you don't know. And going back to what your path is, you don't know why things in your life happen. Fucked up shit happen to people every day, but it's like you gotta roll with the punches. Also, I wrote down move towards people that accept you. I feel like a lot of you guys are sitting over here just dealing with people just based off of what they can do for you versus if they actually accept you. It's like you don't feel like you could be your true authentic self, and that's what sit over here, and like that's what attracts weird people to you. I also wrote down put in the work to get what you want. So some of you guys need to just take action. It's an action time. Also, I said be open to receiving love, and that's on period. Some of you guys are dealing with a false true flame. Like that's not your real person type shit. Like, and I feel it needs to sit over here and tell you, as soon as you remove that person, your real twin flame or your real soulmate will pop up. Sometimes it might be at the same motherfucking time, and you got to choose between both. Some of you guys need to go back to a time. When was this? This was what, April? Between February and April. That could be significant. You need to go back and reflect. Because I wrote down this specific person, and I wrote down is where mirroring started to work on myself. But at that time, I thought that was my twin flame, because he was really mirroring the fuck out of me. But I feel like he was a false true flame. I don't think that he was my true flame, but I feel like he was brought into my life in order to start my journey of like really paying attention to the people that I'm bringing in and out of my life. I feel like that's significant. I want you to understand something. Sometimes when you're starting to get closer to your person, sometimes you have to force yourself. You have to force yourself to sit over here and actually, you know what's crazy? I just got distracted. Somebody doesn't want me to get this message out, but then God just brought it back to me. When you're getting close to your person, you have to heal yourself. In order for you to get closer to your person, you have to heal yourself. And that could be your imbalance that you need to work on. But on top of that, guys, I have to sit over here and tell y'all that within this energy, it's also like a self learning experience. And I also feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that what y'all put out into the universe will be received back. So if you put love out, then love will come back. But I also feel the need to sit over here and tell you that, listen, you're meeting people where you are. And then I also wrote down study guide to improving yourself. So some of you guys really need to sit over here and start studying yourself in order to improve yourself. I also wrote down celibate and I put 3 stars. So some of you guys need to either start your celibate journey or you guys are on your celibate journey. And then I also hear like, and it's funny because now I'm getting the image of this TikTok I seen, and it was of a girl that was on her celibate journey. And how you doing, Vita? Vita, I was just thinking about you the other day. It was so random. I was like, where is Vita being? I feel like maybe he was going through something. And now that I just said that, Vita, I feel like God, you just triggered me to sit over here. Whenever I start thinking about specific people, I need to start praying for you guys. So that could be significant too. If you randomly think about people, just maybe pray for them. Because Vita, I swear to goodness, like you really did, just like you popped up like in my, it was the randomest, it was just random. It was like a Tuesday, and I was like, I wonder where I hope she's okay. Going back to celibacy, I was a TikTok had popped up in my head, and it was like, maybe you guys are having trouble with your celibacy journey, either starting or actually just like having like urges to be like, but I want to give it up. But it's like, big dog, POP, hold it down. Also, overcome the fear of the unknown. Some of you guys are sitting over here walking in the unknown right now, and I feel the need to tell y'all, if y'all are walking in the unknown, then I feel like just keep going. God is saying good job. But if you guys are scared to join this motherfucking unknown process, understand that, listen, the more that you delay it, the more that you're taking away from somebody else needing you. I also wrote down no more of the same thing. I wrote down 6 years, 1, 2, 3, and Rio part 2. And then now we're gonna go to the front of the page, because for some reason I had downloads on the back and the front, but they told me to start with the back, so fuck it. And my pen went away. Please hold, y'all. 1 second. No. Okay, so also, they told me to take a break on my downloads really quickly. I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna tell you about a few cute things in my dream last night, because the dream that I had last night was not for me. Some of you guys might be having dreams. If you guys are actual readers out here, you guys need to start learning. How you doing, Sierra? It's good to see you, babe. I haven't seen you in a minute too. If you guys are readers out here, discern the dreams that are actually for you versus the dreams that are not for you, okay? Heavy emphasis on marriage energy. Some of you guys could be getting married or have been thinking about marriage heavy. I feel the need to sit over here and say that if you guys are, then you need to start speaking it out into the existence. I also, when I look over, I said 2 gold chains. So now I'm thinking 2 gold chains, like I'm Shabba Ranks. Is it Shabba Ranks? Who is it? Skinny nigga, but my dick long, tall. So some of you guys might be dealing with somebody skinny, and honestly, it's funny because skinny dudes, I feel like, have long schlunk. So some of y'all like skinny guys. I like that. Even if, and you know what's funny is because for a lot, like almost all my life, I dealt with skinny people, like, and I have always been like bigger, like, even though I'm not big, like, I'm just like, bitch, I love my body. I've always dealt with skinnier dudes, but I always had this complexion, like, but do we look good together? And I feel like if they tall, like, it don't matter, but if they short, it look different. So it's like, that could be, maybe you guys are sitting over here, and I don't even know, I just did a whole deep dive on that shit, but maybe that could be significant. Maybe you are like really big on your aesthetic and how you look with men, so you are not sitting over here. And to my masculines, it could be you with women. It's like, you don't look good, like, we don't look good when we walk in together, so I'm not about to look like, I'm not about to deal with you type shit. So that could be significant. But let's get into this dream really quickly, okay? My mom's car got towed in my dream. I don't know why. And And it was like, she was like, I was right there, but they still took my car. So just be careful about you guys' car getting towed. And then I just started seeing like a whole bunch of cars getting towed. So just be careful if you guys are like going to like parties and stuff like that. Or just be careful like if you're parking downtown, like if you work downtown, just be mindful, because I seen like a whole bunch of cars were getting towed. And then my dream switched, and then I was at the airport. So if you're keeping your car at an airport, just be mindful of that. Also, I was at a pool party and in my dream, and I lost my purse, but it wasn't lost. So I feel like just be mindful if you're going to a pool party and you have a purse, like just be mindful of where it's at. But the crazy thing is that one of my friends in the dream, like I was just like, I don't know where my purse is. In my dream, it was a Prada purse. It was like a black Prada purse. But when I woke up, I thought about my black Chanel bag. So Prada or Chanel could be like, it was a luxury bag. But when in the dream, my friend was like, oh, don't worry, because I was like, I lost my bag, I don't know where my bag is. And she was like, don't worry, I left a note where the purse would be. Like, so she left herself a note. So maybe you guys might be getting a little bit intoxicated. So, and then I also feel the need to sit over here and say, if you're drinking today, or if you're drinking sometime soon and you're going to like a big like event like Coachella, you're going somewhere or something like that, then I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all, like, take a picture of where you park your car, take a picture of like write a note to yourself, like about your purse. Like, it's like, write a note so you know where it's at. Like, or somebody, one of your friends has a note and they know exactly where your shit at. So if you lost an item, say you went out last night and you're like, I do not know where my jacket is, make a note to yourself, or your friend made a note like, oh yeah, and now I'm getting like, maybe it could be like a jacket or something. It could be something of insignificance, but in my dream it was a purse. What was I gonna say? For some reason I felt the need to check the comments. Vita said, I need to start writing my dreams down. Yes, you do. While my car was towed the other day, I'm telling you. Melanin said, I need a car. Y'all, only take what resonates and leave what does not. Vita said, I have misplaced my wallet 2 times this week. That could be significant. I also feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all, sometimes when items are lost, like for example, if you lose your lip gloss, if you lose like jewelry, because I'm still looking for this necklace to this day, and I know it's somewhere here, it's not for you. Even there's this stone, and confirmation on stone, there's this stone. If you guys lose like crystals and stuff like that, that means that it's not meant for you to work with that crystal at that time. If you lose certain objects like books and stuff like that, there's 2 books that I've had. One was called The Superior Man. The other one was a dream book. They both just disappeared. One was in my car, so that could be significant, and it just disappeared. And then the other one was in my closet, but it just disappeared. So I feel the need to tell you guys, when items just disappear and you just like, you don't know, it's like you never took it out, you never touched it, it's because it's not meant for you, or it's not meant for you at that time. Yeah. Okay, back to my dream. So I was at a pool party, right? So let's go back to the pool party. We did the purse one. Being at a pool party and being with my man. I don't have a boyfriend right now, so I didn't know who the man was, but I remember that we had got out of the pool, and he said like, let's go, and he held my hand outside the pool. So some of you guys is about to enter into unions, or you're already into unions. And I just remember like men was looking at me in the bathing suit that I had. I never had it, but it was like a gray bathing suit, and it was a one piece, but like my titties was out and my back was out, and so that could be significant. Also, I just remember my man was holding my hand, and he was just like so proud to be with me, so that could be significant. Maybe you guys want to deal with somebody that's proud to be with you, like, and that like, it's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck if I got extra rolls, I don't care if I got like a tummy, I don't care like if my fucking back fat is fucking hanging out, because heavy emphasis on the back fat. Not so much as tummy, but like if you guys have like back fat, because everybody always be like, bitch, I'm not skinny, I got this little fat, and it's like, bitch, your man gonna love you with all that. Because in my dream, my man was holding my hand, he was like, come on babe, like, let's go. So some of you guys is about to enter into unions. Also, I remember I had titty like pasties and stuff like that, so that could be significant. If you guys are going to a pool party, just make sure you got pasties, especially if you have a big bosoms. Also, what was it? So some of you guys need to sit over here and do laundry, because I remember my dream switched and I was in a car and the car was a little bit cluttered, and I felt like it was because some of you guys might be taking a trip, some of you guys might be living out of your cars, because because I remember seeing Tide, like I seen like a Tide, like the, you know, like the laundry detergent and shit like that. I seen like a little capsule in it, so some of you guys could be doing laundry, some of you guys might be living out of your cars. Also, I seen the Tide in the front seat. I also wrote down a mess and it was disorganized in the front. Also, I didn't write this part down, but it just came up. There was a man in my dream. This is a whole separate man. I remember we were leaving. We were supposed to leave the hotel. We were leaving the hotel and we were supposed to be out at 12. That's significant. 12 p.m. is significant. I don't fucking know why, but I'm gonna write it down. 12 p.m. could be significant today. You might receive news, but we were leaving a hotel and we were supposed to be out of the hotel by 12, but we went past that. And I remember him just being like, babe, is you ready? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. But he wasn't ready. He hadn't even showered. He hadn't even like packed, like, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not ready? Like, and he was just laughing like he thought it was a joke, but I didn't know him. But like, y'all ever had dreams and y'all know the people, but you don't know the people? That could be significant. But anyway, I also was speaking Spanish in my dreams, but in like, I haven't spoke Spanish in a minute, so some of you guys might be going back to speaking languages. Ecuador could be specific. Back when I was in my dream, when I was speaking Spanish, I was talking to somebody about studying abroad when I was in high school, and I actually did study abroad in Ecuador, so that could be significant. Maybe you guys might be thinking about studying abroad. I remember my host family was in the airport in my dream, and somebody kept asking me like, how do you say Ecuador? And it's like, do you say Ecuatoriano or do you say Ecuador? And in my dream, I kept sitting over here saying like Ecuador. Like I kept sitting over here, like I kept saying Ecuador, but like the English way instead of the Spanish way. And then also I wrote down being at school. I was in school, and sometimes I have dreams about going back and being in my old high school, but it's like different things for different reasons and type stuff. I also had a dream, it's funny, I had a dream about a library. When I was in my school, I was in the library. That can be significant. And it's funny that I'm telling you guys my dreams, because I wrote down my dreams on my laptop. And I feel the need to tell you guys that, like, literally I have a journal, like I have a dream journal, but I also, like, if I don't have it handy with me, like if I'm staying at a friend's house or something, I will pick up my phone when I wake up, first thing when I wake up, and I'll go to my notes and I'll start typing my dreams down. So that could be significant, or I'll put it in my journal. So it's either or. You never know what dream, like sometimes dreams can pop up and be significant like later on, like months later, years later. So always write your shit down, especially if you feel like it's pivotal, even if you don't know. But as I'm telling you guys my dreams, I forgot an important part, which was there was a whole bunch of books. And when I went to my old school, I went to the library, but some of the library books, like I don't know if I was returning them or if I was checking them out, but I remember that I was trying to get them to come with me, because I was getting ready. Some of you guys could be flying out of the country, but it's like the barcode wouldn't go through the airport type shit. I don't even know what that means, but that could be significant. Like maybe like we can't, like they're gonna start banning books now that I'm thinking about it. But they wouldn't let me take it. They would not let me take the books, and it was like 6 books. I don't remember the names of it, but they ended up confiscating my books, and they were like, okay, you can go through now. So that could be significant. Now those were all my dream downloads. Now I'm gonna go back to my actual downloads. Now June 24th can be significant because these are my downloads from June 24th. And we're in August now, so it's funny because they're having me go back to things that I haven't, like I wrote down a lot of different downloads, but it wouldn't, I always write down downloads, but they always call me to go to different days. So it's like, even though I wrote down downloads yesterday, they're not ready for that. So that could be significant. If you guys keep a journal, or if you sit over here and write notes, go back to June 24th, see why it was significant, what happened on that day. Specifically on this day, I remember I had went to a pool. That's funny. Okay, so I see how we're tying this shit in. That's funny. on June 24th, I had went to a pool by myself. I went to the Palms Casino pool by myself. It was free, and it was on a Saturday, and usually it's not free, but it was free that day. So maybe today you need to sit over here and get out, even though, like, even if you're like, yo, I'm not trying to spend no money, I feel like today's shit is going to be free for you. I went and I sat out and I was just sitting by myself. I had a yellow bikini on, and I was just like just in the sun, and I was tanning, and I remember my tan lines got hella tanning, but I felt called to bring my journal. I usually never bring my journal to the pool, but that's when I started writing these downloads. So that could be significant. Maybe you need to start bringing, if you guys are spiritual, you need to start bringing a journal with you and start writing your shit down. Now let's get into it. So I wrote down, I see a lot of people of different races. So maybe you guys are going to be in environments where you like are just around like a whole bunch of different, like it's like out of your comfort zone. But I feel like God is challenging you to get out of your comfort zone in order for you to sit over here and embark on this new adventure in your life. Especially on this leveling up journey. Also, I wrote down today, I'm going with the flow. So going with the flow is going to be significant today or whenever you're seeing this video, because this will be updated to my, or it will be uploaded to my YouTube. So just take it as it resonates. Also, it's funny because I wrote down, I thought about people that don't even matter, but thought is like, it's washed out. And I know what I wrote down, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see. You see, this is supposed to say thought right here, but it's like, it's really like, it's like somebody just came and erased pen, but you can't erase pen unless you got that shit, but I don't have it. So that can be significant. But anyway, some of you guys could be thinking about people that don't matter, so you could be reflecting on your past. I wrote down focus on the how, but in reality, I want to write down don't focus on the how, because I remember God sitting over here saying a lot of you guys are not moving forward because you are focusing on how it's going to happen. And it's like, don't worry, because God is going to meet you halfway. It's like, you know what part you need to play and what you're trying to take actions for it, so do that and the rest will happen. It's like, for example, if you have a business and you like, yo, I don't know how I'm about to have 30,000 by tomorrow type stuff, then it's like, don't worry about having the whole 30,000. You know that you can make $1,000 with what you do right now. Focus on that, and I'm gonna bring in your clientele type shit. Don't focus on how you're about to get 30,000. You said you want it, we're about to get that for you. I feel like that's the key to you manifesting. Ask for what you want. Don't ask for the amount that you wanted. So it's like, if you guys are like, yo, I really want a new car, ask for the specific new car that you want. Don't ask for the 30,000 that you want for that car, because God is going to give it to you. You don't even need the money to sit over here. You don't need the money to get what you want. That's what I'm hearing. I wrote down Caleb. Some of you guys could be dealing with somebody named Caleb. Caleb could be your Caleb could be your somebody you're dating. But Caleb specifically, to me, I know two Calebs. One Caleb, he's actually from Atlanta. The other one is from Denver. So those two places could be significant. But with the Caleb, when I wrote this down, I was thinking of this guy that my cousin used to like have the biggest crush on. His name was Caleb. And I feel like Caleb, like when he smiled, he wasn't missing teeth, but he had like a deep smile to where like, or he had big lips to where his like lips covered up his teeth. So that could be significant. How you doing, John? Ali said, I went to a pool party on June 24th. Look at us going to pool parties. But no, Caleb, he was the type of person, like he was a little bit chunkier, but to this day I don't remember Caleb's last name. I don't even think I could recognize Caleb if I seen him out, which I'm gonna have to call my cousin and see if she like remember him. But I just remember like she used to like him, but he used to pick on her, so that could be significant. Maybe you like dudes that sit over here and pick on you, or like you like dudes that sit over here and that's like not easy, but usually the ones that pick on you are the ones that actually really like you. And now that I'm thinking about it, Caleb actually did try to come back and talk to her, so that could be significant. Maybe you have people from your past. Okay, you guys have people from your past coming back. Whatchamacallit, you said that's your baby brother, he passed young. Barbie, take it as it resonates. But specifically, God is sitting over here saying to me, if with my downloaded messages, y'all, I'm explaining things because different things are going to trigger different people. So I have to continue to say it how I am. But if you catch something and it triggers you and you feel it within your heart is for you, then take it. If it's not for you, then don't take it. But sometimes it's because the message is for you, or there's something here that's for you. How you doing, Monique? Okay, going back to Caleb. Well, I guess that's it. That's all that I needed to say about Caleb. The next line I wrote down is, listen to God. I will have clients flow to me. That's funny. We was just talking about clients. So some of you guys are really working on building your clientele. I feel the need to sit over here and tell you to market yourself. I also feel the need. It's so funny because on TikTok, usually when I went live, like I would sit over here and I would like just want to talk to you about certain Barbie just said, bro, lights is flickering. So Caleb up in this bitch. Okay, Caleb, come through, sir. We miss you down here. And honestly, I feel the need to tell you that, Barbie, just because he passed away doesn't mean that he's gone. He's always with you. Heavy emphasis, like he's telling me now that he had to go to that side. And it's funny because I just seen a black crow, and black crows are messages. He's telling me that he had to go on the other side because you needed a soldier on that side in your spiritual team, but he's always with you type shit. Okay. Now going on, I said we were talking about clients. Some of you guys need to market yourself. Okay, that's what I was saying. So it's funny because when I first was sitting over here going live, I always felt like I wanted to just talk to y'all about specific points. I just wanted to, I would just freestyle. But then God was like, I needed to get structured. And it's like, I always wrote down downloaded messages, but it wasn't until I had to restructure in order to actually come to you guys, because certain things is going to like pop out to you. But it's like, I had to restructure, and now I'm getting even more clients because I'm restructuring. So it's like that could be significant. Some of you guys just need to, it's like you're not, like you have the right business ideal, you just need to restructure. And then everything else will flow to you. Focus on staying with the flow. And we said that like 3 times. So really, if you stay within the flow, like this is where your energy has to be here, okay? It says energy needs to be unbothered. Exactly. Your energy needs to be unbothered within the flowing love and affection. So I feel like if you guys are sitting over here trying to attract love to yourself, if you are sitting over here trying to attract money to yourself, if you're sitting over here trying to attract really anything to yourself, you got to be unbothered. And whenever you feel an energy of overwhelming, of manic, of fucking you feel shit is going wrong, you feel scared, you feel fearful and stuff like that, that's where you got to come back and touch and talk to God and be like, yo, God, big dog, Dearly Father, please remove all this fear from me. Remove all this energy that's not my rightful energy. Please remove all this energy that has been sent to me. I know what my rightful energy is, and I call judgment on everybody that's sending me shit that's not my shit. And I pull my energy back from all the places, all the people, all the things that I have placed it into that no longer serves me. And I just ask that you keep me protected, keep me in a bubble to where you are masking me and you are protecting my audience as we continue these downloaded messages. Amen. And double confirmations. Say a prayer like that real quick. And the reason why I did that is because I actually felt like something was trying to come through. But I'm like, bitch, you don't come through. You can't interrupt God, bitch. What are you saying? And there was you can't interrupt. What are you saying? Say a little prayer and keep on going. Light a little candle. That could be significant. Okay, so some of you guys could be moving into your new apartment. Some of you guys could have a successful business, or this is what you need to work on. Heavy emphasis on prioritizing your goals, because that's where we started at in the beginning, is prioritizing what you're working on. Also being debt free. Some of you guys are focusing on your debt right now. Also, some of you guys just want to get paid for being yourself, because I wrote down being myself and getting paid. So it's some of you guys need to do affirmations, heavy on the affirmations. Some of you guys need to sit over here and get like whiteboards and hang them up around your house. Get sticky notes, I'm hearing. Like, start making affirmations. So when you wake up, you see it. When you look in the mirror, you see it. When you look at your phone, you see it. And it's funny because I have affirmations on, like, I have like something that's literally like written down like this, but it's my affirmations. And some of you guys could be getting new furniture, or you need to get new furniture. How you doing, Ray? Also, whatchamacallit, but some of you guys need to sit over here and have it, or I have my affirmation saved on like my phone screen, and because I always look at my phone. So it's like, you need to sit over here, and when you're doing affirmations and you're really working on yourself, you need to be able to see it visually. So get a fucking whiteboard, put it on your mirror, put it in your car. One of my friends literally drives around in his car and he has sticky notes in his car, like just for affirmations and stuff like that. So that could be significant too, bitch. It's a friendly reminder. Don't lose your touch, okay? Okay. Kia, I might do some readings after I get done with my downloaded messages, okay? I'll see how I'm feeling. Because what time is it? 10:34? Okay. I also feel the need to sit over here and say, if you want a personal reading, link in the bio. Change your hours is what I'm hearing. Get out of your own way to attract your true gift. How? And relax. I also wrote down, I will never overplay my part. And I said that shit last night. I said that last night. That's funny. Heavy emphasis on I will never overplay my part. Specifically when I was sitting over here having a conversation with my friend, and I was telling him, like, listen, there's 3 categories you could be with me. Either you could sit over here and we don't got to do shit. You don't got to be in my life. There's a category where you sitting over here where we could sit over here and be friends. We could be chopping it the fuck up. Listen, I need advice about my other niggas type shit. Oh, you got me? And then I was like, or we could sit over here and do this kind of dating, love shit. And really, I didn't break down the whole other categories, because there's dating, then there's relationships, then there's marriage. But it's like, I didn't feel the need to go that deep type shit. So that could be significance. I feel like you guys need to really start establishing boundaries with people, to where it's like, listen, my mans, I'm not about to fuck you, my friend. You are my friend type energy, okay? So that could be significant. Again, I will never overplay my part. Some of you guys just don't need to be putting energy into motherfuckers that's not putting energy into you. I don't like the feeling of being or acting crazy. And I'm gonna keep it all the way of being with y'all, because y'all know, let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it a bean. This is a collective message. Last night, when I realized that I was blocked, because somebody blocked me last night. Let me tell you something. You said it's giving professionalism with setup. You know what I'm saying? We're advancing, Shasha. Let me tell you something. When somebody blocked me last night, I was appalled. I was like, you're blocking me? 333 as I'm saying it. I said, what? And it almost caused me to go into like a frantic, because y'all, I'm the type of person, I'm used to getting my way. I always want to be in the knowing. So like when people just randomly do shit, I'll be like, what the fuck did I do? And then I'd be overthinking. I'd be like, what the fuck did I do? And so that could be significant too. But I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that if somebody blocked y'all, like, it's a manipulation tactic. Don't even worry about it. They gonna come back. We already touched on that. But I feel the significance that you guys, if you guys don't like that feeling of feeling manic, or you don't like that feeling of like sitting over here feeling like you overplayed, like if you feel played type shit, or you feel like you just don't know, or if you got another bitch, just say that. I feel the need to sit over here and say you got to sit over here and do inner work, like inner child work, because that comes from your abandonment issues. So I'm speaking to you and I'm speaking to me at the same damn time. Again, this came from June 24th, but look, I feel the need to tell you time is fluid. So if you guys are watching messages and it's from later dates, like even if you go to my YouTube and you sit over here and be like, ooh, this resonates, or this title is calling me type shit, I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that it doesn't matter about time. It's like I can sit over here and say, oh, this is gonna happen on June 24th type shit, but it's like, it doesn't matter. I didn't say the year. It could be June 24th of 2016 type shit. So it's like, I want y'all to sit over here and stop looking at time as time, because divine timing is when God calls it. Like, if God sit over here and say 3 days, that could be 3 months, big dog. It could be 3 minutes. I can sit over here and tell you, y'all about to get a phone call in 36 minutes. 36 minutes can happen in 36 seconds. Be careful. Also, I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all, I wrote down I want to hide in plain sight. But, oh, okay, I know what I meant by that. Because I was like, what was I talking about? Because I was like, I was outside in front of a whole bunch of people with the brightest bathing suit on. I feel like some of you guys want to be so motherfucking wealthy, but you don't want nobody to know that you're wealthy. That's the type of wealth that I aspire. I don't want nobody to know who the fuck I am. But like if you know, you know. But I want to be able to hide in plain sight. Very introvert shit. But I'm an extrovert. So take it as it resonates. Blockages are protection. Didn't we just talk about blockages? Can we get an amen up in this bitch? What is it, Sunday? Hoorah! No, I'm just blockages are protection. If a motherfucker is blocking you, then guess what, big dog? It's for a reason. It might just be for a season, but it's for a reason. I wrote down monitoring spirits everywhere, which we just touched on that. Heavy emphasis on monitoring spirits. So just be mindful of what you're speaking out loud, or like speaking your plans to the wrong people, even if it's your best friends, like still. And it is so funny because I was having the conversations about being careful about your friends, actually with my friend last night. And I was like, because you never know who's really jealous of you. Like, don't get me wrong, like sometimes you don't know what triggers other people's jealousy within you. Like, for example, you can sit over here, Barbie said, you're funny. Sometimes you guys don't realize, like, you could be like, you could look at yourself and you could have 1,000 insecurities type shit about yourself. You can look at yourself and you done been like, bitch, I done sat over here and went through this. You did not want my mama and daddy. I promise you didn't want them motherfuckers. Like, you can sit over here and look at you and look at your life like, bro, like, why the fuck do you want to be me? But everybody is looking at you and they like, but you got that curly hair though, but you light skin though, but you sitting over here, but you got that eye, you got that look type shit. Like, people are jealous of you for like the most randomest shit. And I was like, and even though you might have your own insecurities and you might be a people pleaser and you might, like, some people might sit over here and look at you and they just like, bitch, you just smile every time you look, like, you look at people. So it's like, and it's 444 as I see that, and it's Makai that's liking this shit, so I know I'm on point real quick. Let me tell you something. You can sit over here and just be a friendly person and people are jealous because you are friendly. And then we took it a step further, because at first we was just talking about friendship, but I was like, but then your partner can be jealous of your ass too. So let me tell you, compassion over comparison on 10. But like significant, like that could be significant, y'all. Some of y'all, and as I said in the beginning, I didn't feel cool. I usually never pull cards up in this bitch, but now that I'm looking back at my cards, I have the High Priestess out here, the Judgment, the Empress, and the Star. A lot of y'all motherfuckers are stars up in this bitch. A lot of y'all have Empress energy. Again, Empress is born. It's not fucking, you can't create a fucking Empress type shit. You can create a queen, you can't create an Empress. But the point of the matter is that some of you guys are highly fucking favored, have good luck. A lot of y'all sitting over here are gift givers. Y'all sit over here, y'all are giving people, y'all are star seeds, y'all are all this energy. But it's like, people are jealous of that shit. Even your people. And even if you a masculine up in this bitch, like, your girl is jealous of you type shit. I wrote down keep silent. And I wrote down what makes you happy. Ask yourself what makes you happy. And then I also wrote down music and dance. Some of you guys need to dance more. I know a lot of, we live in a society where it's like, it's cool culture type shit. And I remember I was watching a TikTok and she was like, I'm gonna be honest, after 9:30 the clubs is not fun. It turns into a flex zone, so that could be significant. Maybe some of you guys actually want to get out and actually start dancing and not actually just being up in the club just to be up in the club. I like the aesthetic. I ain't even gonna lie, I like being in the sections, but I also like dancing my ass off too. I'm also learning that I am starting to get comfortable with just being like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck if I want to take off my heels, because I was the bitch, I am not taking off my heels. I don't care if my feet is hurting. Now I don't give a fuck. I will take off my heels if I want to take off my motherfucking heels, bitch. I don't care. But I'm also like, okay, if I feel like sitting over here dancing, then I'm gonna fucking dance. Okay, that's all the downloaded messages. Now let's get into the amethyst ball reading and we will close. Let's see what the amethyst is here for today. Okay. You say I dance to stores and I dance in the stores, and me too. I actually dance in stores too, dog. I know I be rapping in stores too. 42 Doug could be significant. I know my friend woke up and they were rapping whatchamacallit, what is that song? I forget what it's called, but now that I'm thinking about it, I want to start rapping. Dun 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 dun. Made me some noodles. Turn my young bitch to a shooter. What song is that? Been them bitch funga nana. It bitch and don't give me kiss. Something about 42 Doug. Anyway, that's insignificant. I woke up feeling like I wanted to be a rapper today, y'all. So that could be significant. Maybe y'all want to be rappers. Go do that shit, big dog. And it's funny. I see a dog right now, and now I thought about like Lil Bow Wow and Snoop Dogg. So like maybe y'all could have went to the fucking the concert. What was that one concert called? It was with Bow Wow and B2K, but I'm not thinking about like in this time. I'm talking about like the early 2000s, like the original concert. What's that concert called? I forget. Maybe some of you guys could be going to a concert, or you just went to a concert, or you should. I'm hearing Beyonce, maybe even Drake. I think those are coming up actually. Heavy emphasis on dogs. I feel the need to sit over here and say, like, if you guys have had dogs that have passed away, they are monitoring you. I also feel the need to tell y'all that some of your dogs, like, they really protect you from a lot of shit. I'm seeing heavy emphasis on dogs. Yeah, there's a dog in the spiritual world, and it's so funny. I see a little alien. Maybe some of your dogs, if you ever this is like for one person, so I know some of y'all don't believe in UFOs, but I mean, they real. If a dog ran away, I'm seeing that like an alien has your dog. It's one for one person, I swear to goodness, because I see a little alien right here, and then I see a dog. That's the funniest shit. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Okay, let's keep going. I'm hearing like they do it for testing. Like it's like they put shit into there. And it's funny because I was having a conversation about diamonds yesterday with my mom, and she was saying when they're real diamonds, like they put chips in the diamonds. So like be careful, please don't steal nobody's shit, because it can be tracked, or you could be being tracked and you don't know. But I was thinking, I was like, how the fuck do you put a chip like in a fucking diamond? Like the diamond is like it's not small. Like if you get a 3 carat, it's like that big, but it's like they're like, if it's real, like a lot of people put chips in their shit like to monitor their jewelry. Or maybe this is you, maybe you should start putting chips in your jewelry. Okay, so do y'all got money? Is that what we're saying? The Scream tour, thank you. Scream tour could be significant. I never went to the Scream tour as an adult. I went when I was a kid, and I remembered when we were going, like we had lawn positions, but for somehow, some way, my aunt ended up getting us like in like the first like 3 rows, so that could be significant. Like we finessed our ways to like first 3 rows or whatever. So yeah, maybe you buy a ticket, but then you get closer than what you're supposed to be, but shh, don't tell nobody. I'm seeing the number 5 upside down, so change is gonna come. Now I'm hearing that song by Sam Cooke. I was born by the river in a little tent. Some of you guys could be going camping. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running. What are y'all running from? Ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change is about to come in y'all life, big dog, whether if you want it or not, because I see the 5 again, especially when it comes to love. Some of you guys, and it's funny because I see a heart and I see Cupid's arrow going through it, so it's like Valentine's Day could be significant. But I feel like you say you ain't ready for love, but big dog, here it come. Pew! I'm seeing a number 3. Maybe you might have 3 options. Pick one. Yeah. Somebody gonna have your ass bent over. Okay. I thought we was celibate, huh? So some of y'all motherfuckers is lying. I thought we was celibate up in this bitch. What the hippie? Some of y'all is gonna be breaking y'all celibacy journey. I like that for y'all though. I also feel the need to tell y'all, be careful about who you break your celibacy journey with, because it's not that the sex is all that good, you just ain't fucked in a minute. So just be mindful. Fucking around thinking that this is the love of your life. Turn around, bitch. It was not. Bitch, you just had been deprived for a little bit. But I need to tell y'all that. If you guys want a personal reading, link in the motherfucking bio. Also, I feel the need to sit over here and say, if you want something that you can keep, make sure you're booking the one with the video more so than the phone call. I also have 2 slots, and actually I think I only have 1 slot left for mentoring because I have another girl that's inquiring. So if you guys are interested in that, I feel the need to just tell y'all that some of you guys need to market yourself better, because that just randomly popped up in my motherfucking head. Because y'all know I don't be doing no marketing. I be like, bitch, if you know, you know. If you don't, then bitch, get lost in the sauce. Maybe some of you guys is getting lost in the sauce. Maybe some of you guys like Gucci Mane, but y'all like old Gucci Mane, like 2008 Gucci. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. Hey, but I feel like that's not even real Gucci. Like that was Gucci, but like I'm getting yellow. Okay, so now I was about to start singing another Chris Brown song, but I was trying to sing Gucci, because I was about to say I was going to sing Yellow Diamonds. So maybe some of you guys might be getting yellow diamonds, yellow gold, but or maybe you like that. And it's funny, so I was really talking because my mom used to be a jeweler back in the day. My mom had a lot of interesting jobs, so that could be significant. The most expensive is platinum. The second it's a second is yellow gold. That's expensive, but rose gold can be just as expensive. And then it's white gold, so that could be significant. Figure out your ring size, even if you don't know if you're gonna get married. Like even if you don't you ain't dating nobody. For some reason I felt the need to ask my mom about marriage and shit like that, like rings and diamonds and stuff like that. The solitaire diamonds, so this is for somebody specific. Solitaire diamonds is the whole diamond. My mom told me, so I got to give you guys the advice. When you guys are getting your diamonds, just make sure it's solitaire, because that's the full stone. The band can have like split diamonds around it. Also, baguettes are hard to clean, so if you've been thinking about getting a ring or a jewelry with baguettes, just think of baguettes as glass. What was I gonna say? Baguettes is like it looks like almost like a shattered glass, but it's not. But it's like cleaning glass. It's hard to clean. That's what my mom said. And she said be careful about the height of the ring, because the height of the ring could sit over here and get snagged on things, and then all of a sudden diamond starts falling out of your shit and you got to get your shit repaired. A Marquise ring could be significant. Be careful of lab grown. If it says lab grown, those are not real diamonds. And I was like, well, why would people pay $6,000? Because the ring I was looking at, it said lab grown, but it was like $6,000. And I was like, Mom, why would somebody pay that much for a fake ring? And she was like, because if you got a real ring that was that exact same thing, that shit, you would have to add a few zeros to that bitch. That ring would be like $60,000. And then I started looking at the prices of like real fucking rings and shit like that. And I seen a ring that was $120,000 type shit. Real diamonds are expensive. So it's easier to get fake diamonds, and still, like, you still pay a pretty penny, but it's like it still look real. Okay, I guess we had a whole yeah. You said, I met a member of the royal family of Dubai and I will be getting married soon. Ooh, I like that, Cuddy. Get your stuff. Go ahead. Get your shit. Some of you guys need to sit over here and go replant some of your plants in your house, because I'm seeing a empty plant vase. I'm also seeing some of you guys are pouring your glasses out. Yeah, I also felt like last night like was the end of something, End of what? I don't know. But I felt like it was the end, because when I woke up this morning, I was smiling and I was like in a good ass mood. And it's like release. I think, and now I'm looking at the amethyst bowl, and I see it's like I took the knife out of my own heart type shit. So that could be significant. That's funny. Some of you guys are sitting over here, actually y'all had a knife in your heart and you like, bitch, this don't belong here, let me take it the fuck out. Like, some of you guys are really healing your heart, and I really fuck with that. I'm proud of you. Keep going. Some of you guys are realizing that, listen, and it's funny that my music just stopped, because root chakra could be significant. Some of you guys is really finding out like, yo, listen, that's a red flag. I ain't fucking with that. I'm not settling for this. I'm not settling for that. Some of you guys don't have the full side to the story. I'm seeing lightning. I'm seeing a face, but I'm seeing like a scar on the face, so I'm seeing Scarface. Maybe you guys are into like The Godfather and stuff like that. And then it's bringing me back to a conversation I had with one of my sisters, and she was like, I really wasn't into like The Godfather. And I was like, excuse me? I have watched all the Godfathers, all the Goodfellas. Like, bitch, are you even my sister type shit? So it's like, she was just like, I just never like found them interesting. So that could be significant. But I'm like, but bitch, that's real life. Like, what? She was like, yeah, I just didn't care. But her shit was like Lord of the Rings. But it's like, she told me, but it's funny because when I was a kid, I really didn't care for the Lord of the Rings or anime. But now that I'm an adult, I love the Lord of the Rings and I love like anime. And what's funny is because now she's starting to watch The Godfather, so now she's starting to like it. So it could be like a switch. It's very interesting. Maybe you guys need to go spend some time with your godfather. Maybe you should ask your parents, who are my godparents? Do we even have godparents? And now I'm hearing Fairly Odd Parents. So something about the cosmos. I feel like Timmy Turner has significant messages behind it, but it went over our heads because we was a kid. But I feel like that's actually on, the Fairly Odd Parents are on Netflix, so some of you guys should go check it out. The Fairly Odd Parents. I'm seeing 223. I'm seeing the all-seeing eye right now. Some of you guys are divine masculines out up in this beach. If you've been thinking about a tattoo, just be mindful, because now I see another eye. Just be mindful of the tattoos, the spiritual tattoos that you get, because like if you don't understand the meaning behind it, then how are you going to be able to unlock? Like, it's like you don't know what you're tatting on yourself. Like, even if it's 222, it's like everything is a portal. I'm seeing a Viking. So some of you guys could have Viking heritage like in you, or you could have been a Viking in your past life type shit. You can channel that energy. I'm seeing a masculine with a beard though. If some of you guys are wondering like what you used to be, and this is not for everybody, this is for a particular person, but it's like, if you like, this is a confirmation, like you used to have a big ass fucking nose, because I see you right here, it's like a pointy nose. And then it's like beards. You could get messages from birds, so pay attention. And it's reminding me when I was talking to, I think it was Barbie, when we was talking about Caleb, and I seen a bird, I seen a crow like fly off. Like, crows could be messengers, like messages, like it's delivered and received type shit, and then it's gone. I'm also seeing a person with some of you guys were poor in your past lives. Okay, so is this turning into a past life reading? I see you with and some of you, okay, so there's two different paths. Some of you guys were poor, and then some of you guys were actually like, you used to be wealthy, but then you had to escape into like being like a peasant type shit. It's like somebody had conquered like the kings, or like they conquered your kingdom and shit like that. So it was either that you was gonna have to either you were going to have to like basically submit to them, or you could just sit over here and go live a life and act like you weren't who the fuck you were, which caused you to start drinking. So maybe you guys could sit over here and have drinking problems or just have a hard time putting the liquor down. And because of that, that shit carries on into your life. So if you guys are ever wondering how your past lives relate to your current life, it's like the lessons you didn't learn in your past life carry on to this life. So you have to think about the lessons that you're going through right now. It's like even within love, like say you have a hard time with love, that's because of your past life. It's because you never figured out that how to solve that issue in your past life. If you don't got money right now, you didn't figure out how to solve that issue in your past life, so it carried on into this life. But some of you guys, it's funny because some of you guys come from money in your past lives, but it's like, and that's why you feel like everybody always calls y'all bougie. Everybody likes to sit over here and everybody likes to sit over here and think like, you know, you just have expensive taste and stuff like that. But it's just like in your past life, you are used to luxury. Like luxury was nothing to you. So it's like, yes, I like nice shit. I have to work, and my friend told me last night, I have to work so much because I have expensive taste. And I know that this could be significant too. He was like, you know, this is just a setback for a comeback type stuff. And so it's like, I have to buckle in right now. And that's what he told me last night. He was like, I have to buckle in right now. So that could be significant. And that goes back to us talking about priorities, guys. You guys need to buckle in right now. And it's like, if you guys have exquisite taste, you guys like you live a certain lifestyle. Maybe you guys aren't where you want to be at right now. Maybe there's a lot of shit you need to deal with. But it's like, get that shit handled and then don't get comfortable. I told him, I was like, okay, if you sit over here and feel like this ain't you, then it's like, then it's time for you not to get comfortable. Work your ass off right now, which is what he told me. He's like, I'm gonna work my ass off now, so in the future I don't gotta work. And I was like, okay, but be mindful that you sitting over here are working strategically versus you sitting over here actually working just yourself to death and not having a vision at all. Something could be like an eye-opening experience. Some of you guys are getting haircuts. Some of you guys are cutting a lot of people off. Some of you guys are sitting over here. You need to look at your pelvis bone and specifically your backbone. So maybe you guys are going to a chiropractor. I'm also seeing a gun, which is so funny because I think he actually has a gun tattooed on him. I see the same gun that's tattooed on him. But I don't know what it's called. An MK16? Isn't there an Ultra? MK Ultra? But I feel like that's something where they used to test the kids or some shit like that. AK-47? I'm seeing an AK-47, but I'm thinking of an M16. I think that's a gun. Some of you guys could be in a war or have went to war or we're about to go to war. Yeah. Heavy emphasis on dogs though, because I'm seeing a whole bunch of dogs. Maybe you've been thinking about getting a dog. Get a dog. Dogs see spirits. If you have a dog, I see that they see like people that are protecting you. And it's like sometimes like your spirit guides or your like your ancestors, like they sit over here and they talk to your dog. Like if you ever see your dog just running like crazy, having the zoomies and stuff like that, or they like, it's like sometimes your spirits or your ancestors are playing with your dogs and your dogs can see them. So it's like, but it's like your dogs are protecting you in the physical world, and sometimes your spirits or your ancestors are sitting over here guiding your pets to sit over here and protect you then. Some of your pets could be reincarnations of like your grandparents. And it's funny, I feel the need to sit over here and tell you that when you have kids, some of your family members can reincarnate into that. So I guess we having a whole reincarnation reading today because it's so funny. Yeah. Some of you guys, it's time for you to have a baby. I see you with a little baby. Okay. And some of it is your if you guys have grandparents that have passed over, I'm seeing that your grandmother is going to reincarnate. That's for a specific person. I'm seeing a woman holding a baby and she's with her man. That's so funny. Some of you guys could have just had a baby, or you're about to have a baby, or you have a spiritual baby. And it's funny, right before I went to bed, I was watching TikToks. And the TikToks, they were sitting over here talking about how your spiritual baby will come to you, or like before you even get pregnant. This girl said, and I don't even know if this is true, but she said that your spirit baby comes to you. And now I'm seeing an older woman. Heavy emphasis on your grandma is going to reincarnate into a baby girl. But she said that before you have kids, like, you know, it's like she said with your spiritual babies, like they will communicate with you like up to 3 months ahead of time. Yeah. And she was saying that your spirit babies spend more time, like some of you guys might not feel like when you're pregnant, you might not feel the baby because your baby spends more time in the spiritual realm than in the physical realm. And I feel the need to say, I feel the need to relay the same message to you guys, because and to my spiritual beings and to my people that are whatchamacallit, to my spiritual beings and like people that are psychic and stuff like that, I feel the need to sit over here and say a few things. The first topic I'm gonna tell you is that sometimes if you hear something and you feel like you need to relay the message out to other people, it's because you have an audience and you need to sit over here and be able to communicate to your audience, because there's somebody. It's like relay the message. It's like keep relaying and keep relaying it, okay? The second thing I'm gonna sit over here and tell you guys is that when it comes to your spiritual team, especially to us spiritual beings, you cannot co-create with somebody that's not spiritual. I'm not talking about the fake spiritual, let's get crystals and shit. I don't give a fuck if you sit over here and meet somebody and they got a whole bunch of crystals. That does not make them spiritual. Sometimes your spiritual babies want to have, like, they got to make sure that they daddy and they mama is like, they aligned and that they actually ready to receive that baby. It doesn't matter if you're financially ready. We talking about spiritually ready, because a lot of you guys are about to drop these spiritual babies and they're already connected. But I want you to understand something. Because they are connected, they choose you. Your spiritual baby is choosing you just like they choosing they dad. So when and here it goes a little bit deeper, y'all, because I had to drop the amethyst real quick. Because your spiritual babies are choosing y'all and choosing y'all partners, you gotta sit over here and let all the people that's blocking you, like, maybe because it might be heavy emphasis. It's so funny how life works. Everybody around you can start acting iffy. Your favorite sneaky link can start acting iffy, but you just met this new person, and this new person is more consistent than your sneaky link of 2 years type shit. And it's like, that could be your person. Like, whenever it's time for you to sit over here and like it's time to come together and shit like that, because East we talking, thank you, I want you to understand something. Everybody else will be removed. Everybody else will be fucking removed. But when you get your partner and it drop down, best and believe. You said I lost them, but my rainbow is on the way. Melanin, the reason why if you did lose kids is because it wasn't your time. You wasn't ready, and you made a contract. Heavy emphasis on you wasn't ready, and they're going to be reborn in a different form. And I felt the need to say they, so maybe you might have twins. Just be mindful of that. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of spiritual babies coming into this world, but it's like, you gotta be, the mom gotta be strong and the dad gotta be strong, and you can't repeat old lessons from what your parents taught. And that's why healing is so important, because if you don't do the proper healing work, then guess what, then all of a sudden your babies are gonna have the same problems that you did, and we don't want the same problems. It's like, we need new problems. So that could be significant. Yeah, I feel the need to say you need to breastfeed them. And it's so funny because I was having a conversation with one of my friends. You can be dealing with somebody named Terry, but his name is Terry. And he just had a baby, or his baby just turned 6 months. But he was telling me, I was just like, do you feed him breast? Or I was like, he was like, I did half and half with breast milk and the formula. And I was like, can he tell the difference? He was like, hell yeah. He was like, that baby does not like formula. He was like, but sometimes there's not enough breast milk, especially when his mom is gone, so I'll mix and I'll do half and half. So that could be significant. And I always said, like, I'm scared to breastfeed because I have a very sensitive chest. But it's like, I feel like, even though that's my personal view, I still feel like you should breastfeed. But it's so funny because I have my own biased opinion, but I feel like when I relay messages out to you, I feel like God makes me the most unbiased. So you guys, so I can give, it's like you guys have options, so you don't feel like you have to subject to one certain type of way. I feel like that is important. And I'm seeing the 3 of Cups. If you guys are watching tarot readings, or you're watching people and they're trying to force shit onto you, don't watch those people. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we can only guide you, we can only sit over here and tell you so much, but it's like it's up to you to choose your own path. It's like I might believe in having orishas and shit like that, but that does not mean that that's your shit. I might believe in God, that don't mean that that's your shit. You might believe in Jesus, I might be like, dog, yo, Jesus, I don't know, that might have been a man that they wrote about type shit. He could have been an average ass Joe ass man. No disrespect to Jesus, but y'all get what I mean. I'm the type of believer, I believe Yahweh is the same as Jehovah, is the same as fucking God. Like, I feel like that's all the same thing, Allah, all that shit. So it's like, but that's my own personal opinion. But I don't sway, and I don't tell y'all this is what y'all need to believe in. Like, so if you guys are watching people that, and really read in between the lines, because sometimes people's biased opinions can get lost into the readings, that's when I know that I can't touch that reading, because their biased opinion is too much into the reading, or their personal life is too much into the reading. And so just be mindful of that. Start really paying attention to who you're watching, including me too. If you notice with me, like, yo, this bitch being a little bit too biased right now, you can get rid of me. It's okay, you can abandon me. They always come back though. Yeah, always come back. And I'm gonna leave it there. So y'all, I feel the need to sit over here and do readings. So I think I'm gonna do some readings online. Okay, y'all wanna do readings on live? Let me end this live so I could upload it to my YouTube. I'm gonna upload it, but I'm about to do fucking lives. So let's do readings with the end of this vlog, because I feel like we should do personals, okay? Let's do personals. Whatchamacallit? I'll be right back. I'm ending it and then I'm going live in 2 seconds. Please hold.